Hey everybody, this is my first YouTube video. I'm doing a review on the AnyCubic Kobra. I've had this since August. First couple of prints were really nice. Printed very well. Started to run some issues. As you can see, as the printer's been a little bit battered up. Me going to fix it and everything. But basically right now I'm having trouble with the feeding tube. Down here is my second one replaced. Getting possibly clogged with filament, so I'm here to show you guys how to clean that out in case yours ever gets stuck. First, you want to get your Allen wrench, make sure your printer is unplugged, and start unscrewing these on the side that hold your printer extruder head block up. Actually, before you do that, unclick this and disconnect from the block. Had trouble with that with one hand. Okay, that's disconnected. Make sure you disconnect that. Unscrew these. Okay, as you see now, we have the block taken off. Makes it a little bit easier when you're messing around with everything, just to take it off. There's a step I missed. Excuse the clean desk that I have. There's a screw that, as you can see right here, is supposed to go in to take off this blue cover. I lost mine, but you're gonna want to unscrew that before anything else. Next step is to unscrew this one over here, and the cover should come off very easily. Cover should pop right off. Now you can see everything that's going in here, the hot end, the wires connecting, the spring for putting in your filament, making sure it's closed. So yeah, we're gonna go into the next step, which is getting into the inside of the tube. So let me see if I remember how to do this. So the next step is you want to take out the auto leveling, which is going to be this slot in the bottom right. As you can see, it comes from over here for auto leveling your bed. You're gonna just want to pull that out. It's a little bit tricky, especially with big hands, so just take your time, really be careful, be very delicate. It should just pop right out. Burnt myself. I had this heated up a little bit beforehand, causing me to drop it, but it's all good. This thing's built tough. All right. So that's disconnected out of our way. Next, we want to take off the auto leveling sensor. Next, we want to disassemble the auto leveling sensor. We're just going to unscrew these on the back. Let me get some better light for you to see it. These two screws right here. All right, so now this should be loose. Oh wait, it looks like I'm missing one other thing. Where is this still connected at? Oh yeah, you also have to take off this back fan. So also you're gonna need to disconnect the one that says fan 0 to take that off. So you're just gonna need to unscrew this one screw here and this one screw here. Okay, next step, to get the auto leveling sensor off, you're going to want to unscrew these two screws right on the back of the fan for right here. By unscrewing this, it'll get it off the plate. Actually, not two, just this one at the bottom. I stand corrected, just this one at the bottom. Okay, once you loosen this, the auto leveling sensor should just pop off like mine did. You can pull it out or leave it in a little bit just to make it easier so you're not losing anything. But for me, for this example, I'm just gonna pull it out. Makes my life a little bit easier. Also, there is a spring inside of here. If you're ever having issues with your auto leveling, if it ever gets like your extruder head is ramming into the bed, just mess around with the spring. I might do another video on that later, but just a heads up. So the next step is just removing the screws off of this fan. That'd be pretty straightforward. So what we're gonna do is just take a little friendly Allen wrench, find the right size, take these two screws off, fling that away like I usually do. And it should pop right off. Actually, pause this. My bad. You really don't need to take this off. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You need to take this off. Yeah. I'm just gonna take this off. And you can just let the fan dangle a little bit. So you're gonna see these 3 screws in here next. Once we take that off, we're then at the part where the tube is. I think it's called the bottom tube. I'm not really too grammatically sure on that, but you see here. So we're gonna open this up next. So you're gonna wanna, before you start everything, disconnect all of these, and they're labeled and there's titles under the slots, so you'll know where everything is at. So disconnect all these. Don't use a lot of force, just pull as soon as you feel it come up so you don't break these. And you're done. Everything is loose. Okay, we finally got this loosened up. So what's gonna happen is this is connected to the extruder. We're gonna pull it out, and you'll see the extruder will move. Yeah. So now we can see the inside the printer. Here is your extruder, hot end, all that. And what we really want to get to is this tube. Now for this tube, you're gonna need a pair of pliers. But if you have strong fingers, you might be able to pull it out, but you're stronger than me, so I don't know. But we're gonna dig in there to see what is clogging it once I pull it out. So we have our pliers here. We just pulled it out. Looks like it's empty. Looks like it's empty. I don't know if I could. See that little white rim in there? So we're gonna try to open this up by unscrewing these two. You don't need to unscrew anything. I forgot. You just pull this up and it should just come off. That is how you take everything apart. And if you need to replace this, I suggest you get a new one online. I got mine, a new one coming in on Wish. You can get them on Amazon. And if you need to put everything back together, just rewatch the video and you'll see where. Side note, it did get clogged, which was one of the main issues where my filament wasn't going through. Looks like this is a common problem I have in my first one, so definitely recommend if you do get an AnyCubic Kobra, this be the first thing you replace. This happens a lot, and the auto leveling sensor has a very common failure. So yeah, I think this happens, the clogging, because of high temperatures. Been printing at 215 for PLA. I'd recommend staying probably around 200 degrees Celsius. I don't think the fans and angular fins cooled down the printer enough that it, you know, as you can see the blockage, and squeeze down, that it gets melted before it even reaches coming out of the extruder head. So the heat is getting up higher, causing it to clog up earlier before it can get pushed down through the tube far enough. So I would recommend printing at lower temperatures if you're going to print with a filament like PTEG that requires higher melting temperatures. I would really recommend changing this tube.